next.
And we welcome you back inside the Mizzou Arena. Another outstanding crowd. Missouri and Oklahoma doing battle, as we say. Welcome, everybody. He is the Professor Mark Wise. I am Mike Morgan. Hope everybody's enjoying. Here he is, number 31 in white. And Oklahoma has a couple of guys in Fears and more that can shoot him, as well as Goodine.
Oklahoma is getting some great looks.
There is Goodine, steps into a three. There is a young man, the A&M. That was coming off the bench, by the way.
And right now, the opportunistic Sooners. Oh, my goodness.
Josh Gray, straight line drive right to the basket and does a chin up on the rim.
Oklahoma.
Handful of offensive rebounds, but also a number of turnovers already. That's 4 giveaways by the Sooners.
There's Mitchell again. Feet in the paint.
Bates, too easy. Baseline drive. How about
to accomplish in the half court?
Elvis threads the needle. And then a tough shot and an and one for Moore. And Jalen Moore is going to have to be an impact player tonight for have a modest 2-game losing streak, but that doesn't tell the story.
Robinson's got to be ready to shoot that. 38%.
Mitchell gets his own miss. Mark Mitchell is so menacing in that most valuable player. Certainly has been the biggest addition this year for Missouri.
Here's the mismatch again. He's too powerful.
Mitchell goes downhill and draws the foul. As soon as he got that ball and looked up at Luke Northweather, he on the night. Former Duke Blue Devil. I mean, he wasn't just a guy on the Rich Gates talked about how Tamar Bates was instrumental in the recruiting process, if you will. Defensive units. Elvis missed it, and Caleb Brill, nice job boxing out on the rebound. Jacob Cruz, he's been red hot of late, and he remains red hot. Jacob Cruz over his last. Certainly do. Kind of been a trademark of a Coach Gates team going back to his days at Cleveland State. Dribbling right into the defense that time, and that'll lead to an easy stuff the other end for Anthony Robinson. 7 early.
One you got to make.
Projected first-round pick, Jeremiah Fears.
Everybody's getting bumped off their drive. These are fouls.
Inside Mitchell. And that time he wound up on Fears, and that's an obvious mismatch.
They all do.
Yeah, ours. Well, Alabama's building a case because they're going to have a 7-game stretch of top 25 opponents. I've never seen that in years of covering the sport. There's an and one and a much-needed stop of the Missouri run. Was so good in the non-conference slate. A buzzer beater. Yeah,
against Michigan.
That's right. And a fairly good start in SEC play as well. Has calmed down a little bit the last couple of games. They need him to heat up again. Strong take, great defense, and a late foul called on Sam.
Pretty obvious right now.
Mitchell goes 6'9". He's 2 frame.
If you're Oklahoma, you just kind of want to get the fight of the game back in the middle of the ring. Because right now they're on the ropes.
There
nice
you
execution.
Go. Great action in the half court. An easy bucket for Jalen Moore. This is Warwick. Stops at the free throw line.
Here's the isolation again.
Another mismatch. Goodine. Mitchell's going to take it right at him and just draw a foul. There's just no chance for a guard.
Post isolation situation, or you throw a zone and see what happens.
Either eat a raw onion or something or other. Great ball movement, sets up an open 3 from the corner. Tapped around, offensive rebound to Oklahoma. That's Glenn Taylor on the board.
Miles is getting some really good looks.
Fears drops it off to the slashing.
When you're talking about Jalen Moore and his seasonal in his 100th game today.
He's been during this difficult stretch. Fears can't find it. Mitchell crashing. Another rebound. He's got 5. And then Grill, just a reach-in foul that time by Wagee. Three-point shooter in the SEC at 48%. Injured most of last year. Played for his father, Coach Chris Grill, and his brother Alec is playing there now. In a swat by Tamar Bates. Grill, he's been quiet, not anymore. From downtown, the SEC's leading three-point shooter.
Why shoot?
Picturesque form from Caleb Grill.
So Oklahoma trying to run offense without the ball screen to eliminate the double.
Forsythe with an answer, a silencer for the freshman from Dale. Turnovers. Missouri has outplayed Oklahoma in seemingly every aspect. It's still just a 10-point game, and it's got a chance to go to single digits. On the steal, it's Miles all the way, and a foul called before the block.
It was supposed to be a bigger snow than it was today.
I want to say it's a rarity. But Missouri fan turn around. You go 0-19 in SEC play a year ago, and their freshmen barely played. But they struck gold in the portal, starting with this guy right here. Mitchell! My goodness! Absolute annihilation down low for Mitchell to go along with 6 rebounds. The drive, off-balance shot, and an offensive foul going for the rebound, I believe.
That's just not fair. Mark Mitchell may get to 1,000 points in the first half.
He's flirting with it. Good chance he'll eclipse that mark in this game tonight. Off a bad year. You don't have to be overly patient.
What you just discussed. The bad part is you have to do it every year.
Right. Quick ball movement and a quick three from the corner. Fears top floor for the rebound for Oklahoma.
Love that quick look in transition. Corner three.
Another turnover. Fears gives it away. And on the other end, Marquez Warren. Close from Jalen Moore. Oklahoma is shooting 22% from the field. Another mismatch. Mouse in the house for Mitchell, and an and one.
Doing a lot of switching, a lot of picking up whoever's in front of you in transition.
Oklahoma again having trouble with this full court pressure. Breaks it here in the front court to Moore.
Double team the ball handler, make somebody else be a decision maker.
And Moore will go to the line.
Really, Jalen Moore at the free throw line.
You and I who shots tonight.
Yes.
Watching this Oklahoma team, every possession has been a struggle just to get a good look.
They had some good early looks, but didn't make any. Another turnover.
That has been the story. And it lines up an easy deuce on the other end for Tony Perkins.
At some point in time, as a player, you've got to be determined, I'm not turning it over.
Anything but a TO. Oklahoma will play for the final shot. Fans on their feet. Elvis in the lane, fires it up too strong, gets it back, and is fouled with 2.6 on the clock.
I would throw it long. Let Mitchell go get it.
One-on-one. Oh, my goodness, they got a foul. You had to call it as Wagee just put him in a bear hug.
Involved in the play. Both players have kind of bear hugging, but it's the last little bit by Wagee that commits the foul. I think that's a good foul.
Well,
he never jumps. He never makes a play.
For Mitchell. The lefty makes it an 18-point first half. Mitchell, more made free throws. 2.6. Where's Grant Hill and Leitner when you need them? Similar play, but it'll go to the ground, and that is how the half will come to a close. A half dominated by Mitchell and Mizzou. 44. That's who's been red hot.
We've had 2.6 seconds.
There's
Take
Grill.
10 minutes.
There's the shot. That would have been good if it went. It does not. And now we can officially say one half is in the books here in Como. Time now to send you to not America. They were crashing offensively early and won that battle. And they'll win this battle here. How about the hoop and the harm for Duke Mile?
Feet in the paint.
Transfer from High Point. The attack sets up Moore. Moore takes it strong. Missed it. Missouri might have got a hand on it. Perkins goes to work. Wheeling, dealing, and gets the basket.
But see him stop outside the arc and play off 2 feet.
The former Iowa Hawkeye. Fears just 3 points in the first half.
Wow. Robinson got away with this.
Again, sometimes just works out your way. Oklahoma could use a few more breaks like that.
What do we say? Ball don't lie?
Ball don't lie. Mitchell, he hadn't been lying either. The truth is, nobody has an answer for number 20. Transfer in the country, and a huge get for Mizzou. That'll be at the O-Dome. It's Valentine's Day. Nothing says happy Valentine's.
You blocked. You get it blocked.
Right. Projected first-round draft pick. He is now 1 for 7 from the field with several turnovers. And almost an and one on the other end for Tony Perkins. Of their swag person, they put that together pretty good.
Close out 2024-2025. His 148th game. We're gonna.
Just because he's not starting doesn't mean he's not still a huge part of this team, but you know how it is, Mark. Sometimes that can be a little bit of a tough thing psychologically for a player.
Well, I love this line because he said he told Kobe Elvis, "You're wrong."
Tease of a tease of the M&M segment coming up.
James, remember he had the monster double-double in that great win at Mississippi State where he went for 10 and 11. And I think he's going to get a chance for the hat trick. This is at the free throw. Harlem Globetrotters routine.
Yes. And how about that? Gray says.
So here's a few minutes with Elvis running the point. So Fears is playing off the ball now.
Oklahoma's gone over 3 minutes without scoring a point. Fears. There's the finish. And there's a chance at a three-point play the hard way.
Basket, you tend to duck your head, which makes your eyes go down. That's a nice job by the front.
Just helps his team in a number of different ways. The biggest bucket he had, he went off in that game in Gainesville in the upset of Florida. It was a nice play, a one-on-one for Tony Perkins. But the biggest play wasn't the half a dozen threes. It was a backdoor cut layup late in that game. Godwin. Now this is a three-point play exhibition for both teams.
There's no question Oklahoma handed off the window.
The former Wofford Terrier completes the three-point play.
Oklahoma, Mike, just kind of hanging around.
This game has gotten real physical. Just the battle between Perkins and Forsythe to get the basketball on the inbounds. And now Perkins says, I'm going to take it right at you. But we showed you that stretch of games, and like everybody else in the SEC, you have so many difficult games left on the slate. That one drops this ball game.
Mike, you talked about the OU wins. Those wins are not going anywhere. The win over Michigan, the winning the battle for Atlantis, as we see Gray get fouled inside. The bounce pass is the slower pass and gives quick defenders the opportunity.
Gray with that weird hitch in his free throws, and we have another lane violation. So it's working to his advantage. From Brooklyn, New York, Josh Gray. Hey, that's nothing but net. Perkins goes to work. Mizzou showing plenty of patience on this possession. Late shot clock down to 7. Down to 5, and he hits it. Good timeout on the way on the next whistle. Fears blows by Gray on the hedge out and then gets another and one opportunity, and that'll bring us to a timeout. When we come back, the M&M on a career high 19 points for Mark Mitchell, the junior, to go along.
If Oklahoma's going to be around at the end, they have to win this segment.
Certainly would concur with that. Every time they put a dent into things, Missouri's got an answer, including one here. Big to big. Mitchell to Gray. No dice that time for Glenn Taylor. Mitchell again. Hoop in the heart. Mitchell's day continues to be superb. 21 points, 7 rebounds for the former Duke Blue Devil.
Well, averages 25 plus free throw attempts per game. They've already taken 27. Only Alabama shoots more. And that'll be one of the keys in that game on Saturday. Can Auburn keep Alabama off the free throw line?
That's going to be a special matchup. I will take that as a bailout.
Play. The three-point differential and the free throw attempt differential.
Talking about two teams, two programs that have been in a Final Four recently, that are winning SEC championships recently. I don't know if there's any two coaches that have done a better job in America in recent years than Pearl and Oates. Grill sinks the triple. The SEC world, and in this case, at the top of the college basketball world. Largest lead right now for Missouri. And the Tigers can smell their 7th conference win of the year.
Watch out.
Grill heating up. Caleb Grill from downtown, where he leads the SEC at 48%. He might have to put that on hold a little bit, because with that good looking of a shot, he's going to be able to play pro ball somewhere. Just absolute bully ball down low by Missouri. This time it's Mark, as so many veterans and guys in the portal have been performing so well. It's not a drill. Up top, Goodine. To the hands of Miles, and then inside it's Miles.
He doesn't mind challenging the bigs. Miles averages more than 10 points a game. 6'2". Plays much bigger than that.
Out of Montgomery, Alabama. Another three-point opportunity for Missouri.
And you can play that way when you have great depth.
Right.
And Missouri had one that they've utilized several times today. 1-2, 1-1.
Godwin gets it down low. Size advantage over Bates. Didn't have a big night. Missouri would not only lose, they wouldn't be competitive. Player based on what he did in the offseason by convincing. You're going to be called by a lot of coaches and a lot of schools out there, but Mizzou is for you. Under 7.5 minutes to go. Miles 4 of 5 from the stripe tonight. Kentucky, that'll be tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern time right here on in that sport. Crowd wants it to go to the freshman. Marshall got it but missed it. Fears, no. More, yes. And then a steal. And an easy deuce off the turnover for Miles, and Coach Gates is not having any of that.
Was plus 21.
How about that?
And oh yeah, by the way, Alabama made 17 threes.
Missouri's only hit 4 threes in this game. Of course,
most set a new career high. And of course, I ruined that.
1 out of 2.
He's now tied his career high.
You think he knows what it... Miles just jacks one up and hits it right in the face of Mark Mitchell.
Duke Miles, 44% from deep on the year. In terms of LSU, Mississippi State, and Kentucky, So as long as Oklahoma can win some of their home games, again, I've said this all season long, I think 8 gets you in the NCAA tournament in terms of league wins. That's kind of par for the course for them, isn't it?
That's the depth you alluded to earlier. Under 4 to go. Perkins tied up. Perkins gets fouled. He will be at the free to the NCAA for a couple of decades now on this. If you throw, Grill doesn't get one on a 2-dribble dunk for Mitchell. But if somebody passes you, the team's leading the score. Foul from behind on Jalen Moore. Missouri's going to hit 80 points tonight. They're 14-1 when they do so. Missouri would be up by 25. That's actually fairly even. I thought it was interesting with because they have stayed for what looks like the final minutes of this game. Many of the crowd taking an early exit, beat the traffic home. There's another terrific crowd tonight here at the Mizzou Arena.
Everybody's conference schedule across the country, because no schedule. You have to go to UCF at 14 before you get a non-SEC.
All those non-conference games that very often get overshadowed. You've got college football going on. That is some of the best tests to see how you're going to rank in the type of numbers you're talking about.
Right.
Because it's the only keep coming close. They lost to Ole Miss at home preceding our game tonight. But LSU has some quality non-conference with everybody in this league from top to bottom showed up and showed out in November and December to help pave the way
completely because of league play. And the SEC.
Guplik tried to chip away, but Missouri continually had an answer tonight. And after a heartbreaking loss on a buzzer beater by Wade Taylor IV, they have come back with a vengeance here. Hayden Shaw, alley-oop. An exclamation point to a dominating performance tonight for the hometown Tigers. Should be the final possession of the game. Forsythe misses the 3, and Missouri will let the final 5 seconds run out. First win versus Oklahoma since February the 6th of 2012, and what is the 213th meeting all time between Oklahoma and Mizzou. Mark Wise, some final thoughts.
The Tigers end up shooting 54%. They go to the free throw line 35 times, but it was the